Can you solve all these isomerism questions? Geometrical isomerism is not shown by.
Nicely done. 1 butene is a solid answer.
Is an example of.
Right choice. Coordination isomerism is the best answer.
Ethanol and dimethyl ether will shows.
Sharp thinking. Functional isomerism is the right choice.
Which types of isomerism is observed in 2-butene?
Good job. Your answer geometrical works well here.
Which of the following exhibit optical isomerism?
Exactly. All of the above makes sense, and it is right choice. Which of the following shows Cinder anti-isomerism? On track, vehicles is the correct answer.
The alkene that exhibits geometrical isomerism is.
Solid response. 2-butene is a valid choice.
Types of stereoisomerism are optical isomerism and.
You got it? Your choice cis-trans isomerism is right.
The following do not show structural isomerism except.
You're right. Kokoshasha is the correct answer.
Restriction of rotation about the C-equal torque is responsible for.
Well picked. Geometrical isomerism is the correct answer.
Isomerism exhibited by acetic acid and methyl formate is.
Correct response. Functional is the most accurate answer.
Which of the following compounds shows optical isomerism?
Good thinking. 3 is the right answer.
1-chloropropane and 2-chloropropane are the examples of.
Correct. Position isomerism is the right answer.
The type of isomerism shown by the complex is.
Well reasoned. Geometrical isomerism is the correct choice.
What type of isomerism is shown by but 1E and but 2E?
Great thinking. Position isomerism is the right choice.
What is the main focus of Module 7 in organic chemistry?
You chose isomerism, and it is correct.
Which of the following do not shows the geometrical isomerism?
Well done. Tetrahedral complexes is the right choice.
Give an example of a compound that exhibits geometric isomerism.
Perfect. Cis-2-butene and trans-2-butene is the correct choice.
Which one of the following will exhibit conformational isomerism?
Smart move. Propane is an accurate answer.
Which of the following compounds can exhibit geometric isomerism?
Smart pick. Checklist 3 is the correct choice.
What type of isomerism is exhibited in the complex phyclosulfure?
Nice selection. Ionization isomerism is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following is not a subdivision of structural isomerism?
Excellent choice. Geometrical isomerism is the right answer.
What type of isomerism is displayed by K3 and K3?
Strong choice.
Linkage isomers is the right answer.
In which of the following functional group isomerism is not possible?
Nice work. You chose alkyl halides, and it is correct.
N-butane and isobutane are the isomers, and this is the example of dash.
Great job. Chain isomerism is the accurate answer. Give an example of a pair of compounds that exhibit structural isomerism.
Bravo, butane and isobutane is the answer.
Which of the following isomerism is a special type of position isomerism?
Excellent. Metamerism is a brilliant choice.
Which type of isomerism is exhibited by 2-butanol and 2-methopropanol?
Valid point. Stereoisomerism is true.
Which one of the following can exhibit both geometrical and optical isomerism? Right again. Kakash equal Toshasha is a valid answer.
What is the most likely example of geometric isomerism at an introductory level?
Clear logic. Your choice, but 2-1 is sound and 100% true. Different Sray analysis methods used for determination of geometrical isomerism is. Well done. All is the right choice. In the example of butane and methylpropane, which type of isomerism is demonstrated?
You got it. Your choice chain isomer is right.
Compound having same molecular formula but gives different ions in solution is called.
Right choice. Ionization isomerism is the best answer.
Which of the following do not show geometrical isomerism? Right again. Square planar is a valid answer.
Nitrogen atom and oxygen atom can donate their lone pairs in nitrite ion and show dash isomerism.
Valid point. Linkage is true. What type of isomerism is shown by the following complexes? SO4 and Cl. Bravo. Ionization isomerism is the answer. Consider the 3 carbon compounds as shown. What type of isomerism can these compounds exhibit? You're right. Chain isomerism is the correct answer. A molecule that cannot be superimposed on its mirror image is said to exhibit which of the following? Solid response. Optical isomerism is a valid choice. The coordination compounds 3+, 3 and 3+, 3 are examples of dash. Nice selection. Coordination isomerism is the correct and valid answer. Which of the following complexes can exhibit optical isomerism? Nicely done. Cis-2 is a solid answer. Which types of isomerism is shown by 2,3-dichlorobutane? Diastereo optical geometric structural.
Clear logic. Your choice 2 is sound and 100% true.
The alkene that exhibits geometrical isomerism is propene 2-methylpropene 2-butene 2-methyl-2-butene. Smart pick. 3 is the correct choice. The alkene that exhibits geometrical isomerism is 2-butene 2-methyl-2-butene propene 2-methylpropene. Good thinking. 1 is the right answer.
When water molecules are exchanged between coordination sphere and ionization sphere, the resulting isomerism are called.
Well picked. Hydrate isomerism is the correct answer. Phenomenon whereby 2 or more molecules are found to have the same molecular formula but different structural formula. On track. Isomerism is the correct answer. Dash is the phenomenon in which more than one compounds have the same chemical formula but different chemical structures. Excellent. Isomerism is a brilliant choice. Which type of isomerism is displayed by the compounds with same chemical formula and bonds but different spatial arrangement? You chose optical isomerism, and it is correct.
the given compound can exhibit?
Great thinking. Geometrical and optical isomerism is the right choice.
Which molecules can show geometrical isomerism?
Nice work. You chose all of them, and it is correct.
What kind of isomerism does this molecules present?
Correct response. Enantiomerism is the most accurate answer.
Out of the following, the alkene that exhibits optical isomerism is 2-methyl-2-pentene, 3-methyl-2-pentene, 4-methyl-1-pentene, 3-methyl-1-pentene.
Excellent choice. 4 is the right answer.
What type of structural isomerism is shown in the three compounds?
Well reasoned. Chain isomerism is the correct choice.
Following types of compounds are studied under which type of isomerism?
Sharp thinking. Chain isomerism is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Perfect. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct choice.